Today's episode of the Riderflex podcast is sponsored by our friends at TrueFace, a computer vision company teaching cameras to see like human beings. Visit them at trueface.ai. And on today's episode of the Riderflex podcast, well, first thing I want to do is make sure I hit the record button, because I just spent 20 minutes recording this and I wasn't recording. Oh man, the trials and tribulations of a podcast host. Anyway, one more time, here we go. Hey, do me a favor, will you? Just pick up the damn phone. Seriously, stop it with the texting conversations and the email bickering and the email debating. And I mean, you're all just wasting time. Seriously. I watch email strings, right? It's so funny as a manager to watch people in an email string on a conversation, like debate a topic with an email string that goes on for like days. Sally sends a note saying, the wall should be painted blue and here's why. And then Fred sends a note back and says, yeah, but green's really a different color. By the way, Fred didn't send that till 12 hours later. And then she gets that, and then she responds, and it's back and forth. And then there's like 4 other people copied, and then they say something, and then that's another 24 hours. Oh, it's giving me a headache just talking about it. If you've been around long enough, right? If you've been managing people long enough, and you're an old guy like me, I'm 53 years old, you already know to just get up from your desk, go over to Sally and say, will you just freaking call Fred right now? We can solve this in 45 seconds. Or better yet, if you're in the same building, can you get your ass up from the desk and go over to Fred's desk and just fix this like right now? We'll be done. People hide behind email, don't they? Right? Sometimes they send email because if the other party's going to say no, it won't sting as bad if they say no through email. So they don't want to face them and actually be told no. So they kind of hide behind email. Email's like this sword that people crouch down behind. So what are you afraid of? Just go talk to the person, right? A little confrontation and debate, one-on-one, person to person, face to face. It's okay. You're not going to die. It's going to be all right. And by the way, you'll get it solved faster. Even if you don't win, so to speak, whatever it is you're debating, at least you'll be done. You're going to save payroll minutes. That's another thing, right? I mean, think about it as a manager. How many payroll minutes are wasted with people trying to have conversations and debate over email? It's like, seriously, just pick up the damn phone. We'll be done in like 1 minute. This has been going on for 3 days. Now, am I saying never send email? No, I'm not. I'm just saying it will go faster if you call. When is a great time to send an email? A great time to send an email is when you've had the conversation one-on-one in person, and then you're recapping what you agreed on so that you have some documentation around it in case you need to follow up and say, hey man, here's that email. Remember we agreed on this. We had the conversation. I recapped you. I mean, email's better for documenting things, right? For follow-up. Email's not the best thing for conversation debate. It really isn't, right? And neither is text, by the way. Don't even get me started on the text. When I see my wife like having a 20-minute texting conversation with somebody, it drives me nuts. I'd rather stick needles in my eyeballs or something. I'll call her. Like, she'll have a 20-minute texting conversation with somebody about whether or not they want to go out to eat with us tonight. I'm like, if you would just call her, we'd be done in like 45 seconds. Anyway, stop hiding behind the emails. Stop wasting payroll minutes. Pick up the damn phone. It's okay. We can use the phone. It's cool. You can do it. It's not just for old people. You can use the phone. Okay? And there is your Riderflex tip of the day. The Riderflex podcast features entrepreneurs, business executives, and the stories behind how they got there, as well as daily tips on career advice and job interviews. Our show can be heard just about anywhere these days, but you can visit riderflex.com and click on the podcast page to hear all the previous episodes and learn more about the recruiting and consulting services we provide. Contact us at the email address info@riderflex.com or 888-964-5876. Thanks so much for listening, and if you enjoy our show, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes.